kind of tradition that you never want to lose, ever.
Two great kickers here tonight, Wayne, in Greg Glebon and also Chip Klingerman.
But both of them over the last 2 years anyway, have been doing an outstanding job. Greg Claiborne is not only an outstanding athlete on the football field, but he is also on the golf team, which maybe a lot of people don't know. And
he's a great golfer.
He is a great golfer. Yes, he is. And he was out into the Nationals this summer.
Out in Oregon. The Big Red enters the field, and a little bit of psych job. They came out here with white uniforms on to warm up tonight, but they have the Big Red on right now.
Like I said, there's a little bit of everything going on here tonight.
This is old-time anthracite football. Standing ovation from the Mount Carmel sidelines for the Red Tornadoes. Head coach Whitey Williams follows his team on, and Coach Williams will get the feel of this first Mount Carmel Shamokin game very quickly, guys.
Well, that's probably the one difference in the two coaching staffs, is that Williams is not used to what's happening here as much as Coach Chicatano would be on the other side. Although he was with Shikellamy for a while, he didn't lose the flavor of Shamokin area.
That's right.
Right. I'm sure. You're right. He was playing against again a school that he was teaching at. So you never lose that type of co-region football. I do not believe that Tamaqua and up in that area have the same type of fierce battles, intensities that these teams carry down here.
As the Indians enter the field, Shamokin standing ovation for their Indians. So this is big-time co-region football, getting near the meeting of the captains at the center of the field. I watched on the sideline Bob Menepace, Rob, number 52, giving his normal warm-ups to everybody, talking to everybody. And he's been even though he's been hurt, he's been a cheerleader on the side for all these guys.
Well, it seems to be a staple of a Coach Williams team, and we're just getting used to him now. But he mentioned it, and now he's backed it up by saying that whether you're injured or not, you're part of the team. And he goes out of his way to take the injured players and make sure they're part of the team. And in the case of Menepace, what you do there is you take a kid who was hurt and going to be lost for the year, and you make him feel good, but at the same time, he gives you the intangibles, and he's a great kid, a leader. They respect him. He's the kind of kid you look up to, and to have him on the sidelines now, and they dedicated last week's game to him, came out at Marion, and you got Hepler wearing his number. A lot of things happening because of that now. Of course, you want never that to happen. You never want an injury like that, but if it did, he capitalized on it and made the absolute best of it by coming out and doing all the things he does for the team.
Flip of the coin, and this is getting close to the start of the game. We're within a minute of this one starting. Big crowd at Kemp Memorial, as we said when we opened the game. Standing room only here at Kemp Memorial, and they're still coming in right now.
Well, definitely capacity crowd. There's no seats out here now. This is the big time now. This is like the old Thanksgiving Day games, if you can remember back then. That's the big time.
Red Tornadoes will kick off, and Shamokin receive. Red Tornadoes going left to right on your screen. Deep for Shamokin Indians will be number 34, Scott Kurtz. On the right side will be Chad Ritchie. And on the left side, number 20, Jamie Wisłowski. And kicking off for the Red Tornadoes, number 57, Chip Klingerman.
One of the guys I'm looking forward to on offense to see when Shamokin area takes the field is certainly going to be the 340-pound guy, Chris Waugh. You don't see them that big usually in high school.
I'll tell you what, Chris is 340 pounds, and it's a slim 300.
He scary 340.
You bet.
I know what you mean.
He stands about 6'5", so he blocks the sun out. When you're talking to him.
Klingerman with a big boot. Taken by Kurtz on about the 9-yard line. Breaks it up the middle, finds a hole, and is hit by Gary Spears. Also, Dave Slater caught him first. Gary Spears in there. And number 3, Aaron Chicatano. Number 21, Joe Wargo. Good gang tackling by the Red Tornadoes. First down and 10 Indians on the 39-yard line.
Is this a commercial timeout or what? What are we?
I think it's an official
here?
timeout.
Already.
We have a helmet problem already on the sideline. Brian Stamets will be the opening quarterback for the Indians.
And to set this up a little bit, you're going to look at a Shamokin Indian team, area Indian team, and it's probably, from what we understand, going to be the largest team we're going to see probably all year. They are one big bunch of guys out there.
Scott Kurtz, the lone setback for the Indians. It's going to be a pass right from the beginning. Stamets rolls to his right, and the pass is incomplete. Good rush by Joe Costello and number 44, Sean Sheptock. So good opening play for the Indians to try something, and a big rush by the Red Tornadoes.
No huddle offense going to come off here now. We didn't huddle up.
Well, they don't want our defense to set up.
Kurtz, hands off to Kurtz. He was hit and he finds a hole. Gary Spears on the tackle, and then drugged down after a long 20-yard gain by number 5, Bob Veach, but big hole off the left tackle for the Indians. First down on the 41-yard line of the Red Tornadoes.
Well, 65, I get a good look at him now, and he's every bit as big as I thought he would be.
Yes, he is. And I'll tell you what, he kept pace with Scott Kurtz as he was going down the field.
My goodness, is he a large guy.
Stamets to Kurtz. Inside handoff. Gain of about 6 yards. Nice hole for the Indians. Tackled over there by Joe Costello and Sean Sheptock. But a gain of 6. It'll be second down and 4. That was just a quick opener there, and it looked like a trap as Kurtz came through. Jeff Steele and Chad Ritchie now in the backfield for the Indians. This one's going to Kurtz behind the power, finds a hole, breaks it around the right side. Gary Spears brings him down on the 12-yard line, but a big run by Scott Kurtz of the Indians.
I'll tell you, Scotty's he's a power runner. He runs straight up. He's a strong boy. He's very built.
160-pound senior Scott Kurtz.
Yeah, hard to bring down.
First down and 10 on the 12-yard line for the Indians. Power football again. Looks like they're going to the right side. Kurtz gets it. Nice tackle made in there by number 52, Corey Hepler. Good play from the left tackle of the Red Tornadoes.
Well, I think one of the things you're going to have, you're seeing here right at this minute is as our line is looking at that size, and they're going to have to learn to deal with that size. Now, look, I mean, you're looking at guys here, 294, 340, 280. I mean, that's a pro line, for God's sake. And they have certainly come up against no one even close to that up until this point in time. So there's going to be some feeling out going on, but unfortunately, you don't need them to score while you're feeling them out because, that's going to hurt.
Stamets to Kurtz, going around the right side. There was motion in the Shamokin backfield, and he's covered in there by Joe Costello, Chip Klingerman, Corey Hepler, John Lashinsky, and Joe Sinkovich. So this one is what Mount Carmel has to decide here, whether to take this penalty or decline it. Possibly decline it this close.
Well, it was, second and 11, so you had a loss on the play to start off with. I don't know how far it'll be, but you certainly want to get the down, I think, more than anything. Now, what you're going to look at here, though, is remember they're a threat from here by kicking.
That's right.
And that's a little bit different than most high school teams, just as we are. When you stop them down on the 20-yard line, the 15-yard line, or the 25-yard line, it isn't really a stop because they're going to attempt that field goal.
Oh, Greg can put it in from that far.
Third down and 11. 8:49 left in the first here at Kemp Memorial. Shamokin against Mount Carmel area. Stamets back to pass. Looks over to his left in the corner of the end zone for Ritchie. Over his head, covered by number 28, Gary Spears.
That was good. If you're going to make a call, that's a good call. It's going away in the end zone, covered very closely by Spears, though.
Fourth down. Now Chicatano has to make a decision here whether he's going to go for the field goal or go on fourth down.
I think he should go. I mean, I can't believe he wouldn't go for the field goal here. What number are we looking at here, Wayne? 18.
Yeah.
Jamie Wisloski brings the play into the Indian lineup.
Then, or he's got something up his sleeve.
He puts Jeff Steele left. He puts Wisloski left. He has Kurtz as the lone back. Stamets back to pass. Big rush from Stas Puldanovic and puts him down. Mount Carmel's ball. Big stand
Intentional
by the
grounding.
Red Tornadoes.
They're going to call intentional grounding here.
Big play by the Red Tornadoes.
I saw the purple shirt, but it was the lineman is where the problem was.
Right at him.
Yeah, you can't throw the ball at a lineman because he's not going to be able to catch it anyway.
They're going to decline it, though, because they want to take over the ball.
That's right.
So the penalty is declined. First down and 10, Red Tornadoes on the 19-yard line. And after a big couple of plays out of Shamokin, Mount Carmel puts on a defensive stand.
Well, they certainly need. Again, I said, I think we had some feeling out going on there with the size of those guys. You need to learn how to handle them and how to adjust yourself, or they're going to steamroller you if you don't.
Actually, it's on the 14-yard line.
Right.
Higgins at quarterback. Trocky goes in motion. They pitch to him. And we have flags on the play real quick.
Motion.
Illegal procedure against the Red Tornadoes.
Now, we talked about it last week, and they had such a rash of them last week. You know, it's just something you got to conquer, especially in a tight game like this. Those penalties will kill you. Now you're setting yourself up on the 11-yard line, so it's even worse when you're down this far down.
Well, in the 3 games, they were down right from the first quarter. They can't do it against a quality team like Shamokin.
Still first down and 10. Higgins back to pass. Looks over in the flat at Spears. Gary catches the ball, but only for a gain of about maybe 1 or 2 yards.
Nice pass, though. That's a hard pass to make, Wayne.
That is a hard pass to make, and he was under pressure.
In fact, it was a 5-yard gain. I'm sorry, 5-yard gain.
Well, it was under pressure. The Shamokin is noted for it. Dave Zielinski was a great defensive tacticianer over the last 4 or 5 years, and he blitzed every time we had the ball on offense, and that's what really hurt us. Now, you see the same thing tonight.
Higgins and Sinkovic up the middle. Nice tackle made in there by number 65, Chris Waugh. He was also assisted by 83, Jake Davis.
Now, Wayne Waugh will go both ways?
Yes.
He plays on both sides? No, that's unbelievable with that kind of size and going both ways. Well, that's an athlete there. Yeah. My goodness.
3rd down and 8 to go for the Red Tornadoes. 7:31 left on the clock.
Tim Heitzman does the same thing.
Higgins, straight drop back. Big rush, fumble on the play. And touchdown for the Indians. Big rush by Shamokin Indians.
Again, there was the blitz.
Where's one of the first problems you're going to see there, though? That was the illegal procedure penalty. It sticks you back on your 11-yard line, and from there it goes downhill, and that's what you got. You can't have it. It can't be done.
But that was the old blitz from the Indians that you've seen for years, and just charged right through. Greg Klebon in to attempt the extra point for the Indians. Stamets will be the holder.
It's always good to have your quarterback as the holder, just in case.
Snaps back.
Thing to do.
And we had motion in Shamokin's line, so they'll move this one back 5 yards, but I'm sure Greg Claiborne will stay in there to kick again. That was a blitz from the linebacker, came charging in there. Stamets in the hold again. Ball will be placed on the 15-yard line, so a 25-yard extra point. It's up, and it's good. With 7:17 left in the first quarter, score, the Indians 7, the Red Tornadoes 0. Deep for the Red Tornadoes, we have Gary Spears in the middle. On the right side, Jeff Trocky, and on the left side, Brett Veach. This one's coming at Spears, right down the middle, taken on the 11-yard line, breaks it up the middle, and is hit on about the 29-yard line. First down and 10, Red Tornadoes at the 29-yard line. Good coverage by the Indians on that play. We have an Indian player down. Looks like Jake Davis. I thought I saw 83, but I'm not positive of that.
Yeah, it's Jake. It looked like he's holding his knee.
Well, the Indians' defense over the years has been known to say, I'm coming at you, stop me.
Stop.
And right now on that first initial series, we were deep in our own end zone, though, in our own area, and it was tough back in there.
Well, all he had to do is really watch the films even from last week against Marion. Parasini sort of did a lot of blitzing, Stan Dick did. So, what can you say? Now it's up to us to keep them out.
That's a big loss for the Indians if Jake is out for the night, because he has been a really good player here at Shamokin. He's 6'1", 190-pound senior, and he goes off limping. It looks like he started walking a little better on it as he got to the sideline. First down and 10, Red Tornadoes on the 29-yard line. 7:08 left in the first quarter. Higgins rolls to his right, looks at Gonzalo, in and out of his hands on the 35-yard line. Pretty good coverage over there by number 4, Chad Ritchie.
That's a good throw, though. It really was, and it was tough because the coverage was real tight. You had to throw it kind of in front of you a little bit there to try to get it out, but he's throwing the ball really well on those sideline hits, and they're hard passes, because you got to have a lot on them to get them out there.
Joe Gonzalo split right for the Red Tornadoes. In the backfield, Joe Sinkovich gives it to Sinkovich up the middle, gains about 1 or 2 yards, and is hit in there. Number 75 hanging on to him, Tim Heitzman. And also in there, number 4, Chad Ritchie. So good tackle by the Indians. 3rd down and 8, and another long 3rd down situation for the Red Tornadoes.
It was a small sidelight. There was the first fight of the game occurred down on the right in front of us along the fence. Police are moving in. Security's here. There was just a couple of punches thrown, some shoving. A couple of people hit the ground. It was your usual start of the game rumble.
3rd down, Red Tornadoes. Higgins back to pass. Big rush. Looks over the middle of Gonzalo, and in and out of his hands. Jeff Trocchi standing on the sideline all by himself, but the big rush, again, did not give Higgins the time to be able to look downfield and see him. So 4th down and about 8 yards to go for the Red Tornadoes. John Yastashak back to punt, and deep receiving for the Indians, number 4, Chad Ritchie. Also joined by 20, Jamie Wislowski. Big kick by Yastashak. Takes it on about the 31-yard line. Brings it up the middle, finds a hole, and he's one guy to beat him, and there was a clip on the play. We got a clip on the play.
That was a clip.
Good tackle made by Mike Higgins, but this one's coming back.
Because Trocchi would have made the tackle had he not been clipped.
This one's coming back.
Yeah.
And he was the guy about to make the tackle, and he was clipped, so it's not even worth watching the end of it.
But wow, there was some speed out of Chad Ritchie on that play.
Fast.
He found a hole and let her rip. The clip was made.
That was right in the middle of the field. It was obvious.
It was at the 43-yard line. Actually, 2 officials called it. They both saw it. This one's coming back 15 against the Indians. 7-0. Shamokin in the lead at the 6-minute mark of the first period.
The ball is brought back on the 43 of the first and 10 for the Indians on their own 43-yard line. Players ball back to Clifton.
Dave Slater at right cornerback. Scott Montgomery at left. Bob Veach, the safety, and John Lashinsky, the strong safety.
Bill Rupp, please report to the press box. Bill Rupp, please report to the press box.
Kurtz and Jeff Steele are in the backfield for the Indians. Stamets to Kurtz. Finds a hole. One man to beat Bob Veach, and he brings them down on the 35-yard line. But if they keep blowing holes like that, Kurtz can run all night.
Well, what they're doing is they're spreading everybody out. They're putting a wing right and slot and a wing left, and spreading our defensive backs out. And if they penetrate past the linebackers, they're gone.
First down and 10, Indians on the 34-yard line.
The game's being won on the line right now, and that's everything, right? Right on the line of scrimmage, and those 3 yards either way from the ball, that's where the game's being won.
Well, that has been a lot of the talk all week, how well this Shamokin line would do. Quick opener that time, and Jason Klingerman, initial hit, and then helped by Sean Sheptock. Steele carries it up the middle, gains about 2.
That's very little penetration that we've gotten was right there. I mean, we're not penetrating the line of scrimmage at all right now, and that's what we're going to need to do. Now, again, you're seeing some adjustments made here because they're so big. But, you know, you better adjust it quick now because you're already down 7-0.
Well, the thing is, if you don't adjust and you keep that abuse all night long, it's going to wear you down.
Yeah.
Chad Ritchie split left. Pitch to Kurtz. Fumble on the play. Bounced in and out of his hands, and Stosh Puldanovich with the tackle. Good tackle by Puldanovich, but lucky play for Kurtz. It bounced right back in his hands. 3rd down and 10 for the Indians.
Now there's 2 successive plays now we've gotten penetration. The same way when we were down close to the goal line, we started to penetrate and stop them. It's almost like we're relaxing when we're further down the field a little bit. Then we start to get tough.
Well, this is a team you can't relax on.
Ritchie, Kurtz, and Steele in the backfield. Ritchie goes in motion. Stamets looking downfield. In and out of the hands of a would-be receiver. I'm not too 20. It was Jamie Wisloski. So 4th down and 10 for the Indians. The ball on the 35-yard line. It appears they're going to go into a punting situation here. Number 26 for the Indians will punt. That's Brian Weichel. Snaps back, good snap. Going for the corner. Trocki's over there, takes the ball, and is tackled at about the 10-yard line. So Mount Carmel will start deep in their own end again.
That was a good play by Trocki, though, because what you didn't want to do there is have it bounce and roll around down there like to the 2-yard line. He made a gutsy play on that play.
1st down and 10, Red Tornadoes.
Where are we on, about the 10, Bob? Can you see with the binoculars?
We're about on the 10-yard line.
Fumble.
Fumble on the play, and the Indians have recovered on the 9-yard line. The exchange between Higgins and I'm not sure if it was Trocki or Sinkovich wasn't real good, and the Indians recover the ball. 1st down and 10, Shamokin. 3:34 left in the first, and Shamokin has the big 7 points on the board already.
Well, you're not going to shoot yourself in the foot this many times and walk away with the win. It's as simple as that. They've really got a lot of pressure on the defense now.
Stamets, Kurtz, around the left side, looks for a hole. Tackled by, he was hit by Gary Spears on the 10-yard line, and Kurtz drives to the 4-yard line, and on the play, Gary Spears is hurt.
Well, there's not a whole lot you can say here. I mean, everything you're seeing now is just kind of self-destruction on our part.
On our part. You got it.
They're executing. They're playing good football, but they're stoppable. It's just that you can't stop this many times that close. And it's unfortunate now. You know, fumbles and penalties and that kind of stuff is going to kill us here. And still 3 minutes and 10 seconds left in the first quarter, so certainly the whole game's ahead of us. You know, and we got to get on track a little bit here, though, and get our heads in the game. I think one of the things, you know, when you talk about us, and we've been talking back and forth on, you're talking about the coal region tradition, you know, and the rivalry and all. Well, you know, I don't think you really see the rivalry until you go uptown in Mount Carmel area and around the district, you know, in Mount Marion Heights, and again, I guess Shamokin area and their outlying districts too. But it's what binds a community together. It's what a community's about. Sometimes it's a high school football game. Both these communities, look at all these people here, you know, sitting next to each other, talking with each other, going down and buying the souvenirs and things from the different merchants and everything. And it's really what this is all about. It's why a close, tight-knit community exists. And this is the epitome of it right here. This is what you get as a result of it. Yeah, there are so many high school football teams in Pennsylvania alone and across the country that never realize something like this. Have no idea what a rivalry like this could be. You know,
they don't have a following or whatever. And
good sign. Gary Spears up walking off. He looked hurt pretty bad when he went down there. He was rolling around real bad. And
could be one of those stingers or something, though.
Right.
You feel like you get shot with a gun when you get one of those, and that initial sting really hurts. He looks. Moving. That's what he's doing. That's what it was. You see him moving his arm like that. Your whole arm goes numb when that happens.
Second down and goal to go for the Indians from the 1-yard line. Kurtz behind the big blocking. And I don't think he made it on that play. Fumble on the play, and Mount Carmel has recovered the ball.
No, I don't think so. I don't think they're calling it that.
Klingerman has the ball in his hands.
They're not calling a thing right now.
Oh, this is a big play for somebody.
He's calling it down.
It's a down ball. I think Klingerman took it out of Kurt's hands.
We have a Shamokin area guy down there. No one's paying attention to him, and that's Kurtz.
That's Scott Kurtz, right?
Yeah, that's Kurtz on the ground down there. He's kind of. I thought he was just sitting taking a rest at first, but nobody's paying any attention, and now he's down.
What happened is he was falling down backwards. Chip Klingerman took the ball out of his hands and sort of ended up back in the end zone with the ball.
That's a real judgment call there, and Coach Williams is out having a discussion about it, wondering what, because the problem with this crew is they didn't call anything. There was no definitive call from anybody. No referee said anything or did anything with his hands.
They're related to the guys that were up in Panther Valley when we were up there.
Well, I mean, I think they were doing the right thing because they conferred, and that's what you want them to do. There was always this rule like referees couldn't talk with each other.
Yeah, they made their call, and that was it.
But at least they talked about it a little bit, and then they decided to go ahead and make a call. But I don't know. I didn't see the ball, so I can't tell you what really happened.
2:48 left in the first. 7-0. Shamokin in the lead. Third down and goal to go from the 1-yard line. Stamets, quarterback sneak. Big power surge from the middle of the line. Touchdown, Shamokin Indians.
Well, I'll be truthful with you. You're not going to put a goal line stand up against that size. I mean, when you're getting 1 yard, you're having a hard. I mean, those guys are gigantic.
Greg Klebon in to attempt the extra point. It'll be his second of the night.
Attempting the extra point is number 18, Greg Klebon. In the hole is number 11, Brian Stamen. Center snap number 40.
Snaps back, kicks up, and it's good. And he sails them. They go back against the fence when he lets it rip. It goes back.
He doesn't fool around when he goes. He lets it go.
With 2:44 left in the first quarter, the score, the Shamokin Area Indians 14, the Red Tornadoes of Mount Carmel 0. This one's going in the direction of Joe Wargo. He lets it bounce picked up on about the 1-yard line. He's going to bring it up the middle. He's on about the 2 or 4, and he's hit in there by a stack of Indians. Looks like getting up off the bottom of the pile, number 73 of Shamokin, Joe Bridie.
Well, there's not a whole lot of good things happening on Big Red side of the ball right now.
Well, what happened right there was you had Joe Wargo in for the first time on the kickoff receiving team because of Spears being hurt. First down and 10 for the Red Tornadoes. Higgins with Sheptalk and Sinkovic in the backfield. Sinkovic off the left side, finds a hole, brings it out to about the 18-yard line, first down and 10, and Mount Carmel needed that play big.
Well, you got to be able to breathe. I mean, my goodness, you got to get the ball out of your own zone there, and now they did. Now they got a little bit, because you can't use your whole offense down there. I mean, you got 6 or 7 plays to work from down there.
You can't run what you want to run. You got to be able to get your game in and start taxing the defense a little bit.
First down and 10, the ball on the 19. Higgins,
Blitz.
Sinkovic with the blitz on. Finds a hole, still spinning, and gains about 5 or 6 yards on his own. Right now, Stamets and a couple guys are starting to work on Trocky. If you notice, after every play, somebody's giving him a little poke, and they want the retaliation, and they're trying to get it called on him.
Yeah, well, it's like saying you're working on a stick of dynamite, you know?
With a match.
with a match, yeah. Like you're smoking a long cigar with a stick of dynamite. That's exactly what you're doing there.
2nd down and 4. Pitch to Trocky. Out around the left side. He's hit there once and brought down on the far side of the field. Looked like the initial hit was made in there by number 33 of the Indians, Tony Benedette.
Bring up a 3rd and 6. Loss of 2 yards on the play. 3rd and 6.
3rd down and 6. Higgins sets the Red Tornadoes with 39 seconds left in the first. Back to pass. Looks on the fly to Joel Gonzalo. Step for step with him was Chad Ritchie, and just a little bit out of the reaches of both of them. So 4th down and about 6 yards to go for the Red Tornadoes. John Yasishak will be in to punt.
Oh, Frenchie, while we're changing guys in the field, I noticed here in the program between the 2 lineups is a picture of an Indian. I understand that you posed for that picture. is there any truth to that?
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Okay, that's what I thought. I heard that rumor down this way during the week, and now that I see the picture, there's a striking resemblance.
Snap back to Yasishak. This one's going to bounce on about the 49-yard line and is downed by number 22, Brett Veach. So 1st down and 10 Indians on the 48. 22 seconds left on the clock in the first.
Yeah, the same cheekbones, Frenchie. You can see it right away.
Well,
the same
true.
cheekbones.
And just the hugeness, you know.
The general physique,
the cuts
absolutely,
and everything, right there. They put me in the freezer for about a week to get that.
Kurtz is out of the lineup for right now for the Indians, and that puts Weslowski at tailback for the Indians. Timeout called by Shamokin, and they're having the same little bit of problem here that Mount Carmel did in with not having Spearsy in their lineup. They had to do a little adjustment. Now Shamokin will have to do a little adjustment with Kurtz not in.
Kurtz had hobbled off the field, and unlike Jake, he did not walk, the last, 5 yards or so. He was sort of hurting, and I think I hope it was just a hamstring. You don't want anything really serious at this point. Because
you want everybody in this game. That's the way it is.
That's what you want.
You're going to win this game. You're going to win it against everybody on the other side.
Right.
That's the way it's supposed to be.
That's the way you want it.
Right now, I was looking with the binoculars over there trying to pick out Kurtz, and I don't see him right now on the sideline, but I didn't see anybody coming off the field either. So he might be on his feet standing over there, and they're just keeping him out for one series.
In that clump of players over there, where there's a guy who's moving around now, behind them there is someone sitting on the
down,
bench, and I believe that's who it is, as a matter of fact. I think, anyway.
1st down and 10 Indians, 4 seconds left on the clock. Stamets back to pass, looks at Ritchie, covered by Slater. Beautiful catch made by Ritchie on about the 22-yard line with Slater covering him, but a 1st down and 10 for the Indians as the first quarter runs out.
I think Big Red's be glad to see this first quarter run out permanently. We get a fresh start here in the second because things certainly aren't going our way right now. Coach Connolly's running out on the field there to talk to the troops between the quarter change. Again, no pressure on the quarterback that time, and that enabled him to make a perfect pass. And you don't want to give a kid with his kind of ability a lot of time because then he's going to show you how much ability he has.
Well, there's statements. He's a boy that, with the talent that he had, probably could have started for any team in this league. Unfortunately, he was behind Jeff Hodrick, who was there for 4 years.
Yeah.
Ball's on the 24-yard line. Stamen, he's going, look at Ritchie again. Big rush put on by Joey Costello, and Chad Ritchie back for the ball, and it's incomplete. He's out of bounds.
We had what was a hold there. I mean, I'm going to call it right out loud.
I'll tell you what, the thing of it was Cesare was right behind him, reached for the flag, and then just just kept on going with the. You could see that on the play very easily.
He absolutely missed the call. That's the way, and that's what makes you mad because he looked right at it and he contemplated it, and then he didn't do it. But I mean, the kid was tackling him. He tackled him and he went down, and an obvious holding call. And everybody, I mean, Coach Connolly jumped up instantly, and saw it. But that's just the way it goes sometimes.
Stamets, inside handoff to Weslowski, finds a hole. Touchdown, Indians. Big hole on the Indian line, and he breaks it through the middle for the touchdown for the Indians.
Well, if Coach Williams has something in that grab bag down there to use, he better pull it out now because this game is quickly, skidding away from us. There's not much we're doing right out there right now.
Klebon in to attempt his third extra point of the night. Snaps down, kicks up, and it's good. With 11:44 left in the first half, the score, the Shamokin area Indians 21, the Red Tornadoes of Mount Carmel 0. Klebon kicking off for the Indians. He boots this one in the direction of Bredvich, takes it on about the 11-yard line, breaks it around the right side, finds a hole, but only brings it up to about the 29-yard line. Hit in there by number 23, Tommy Kane. First down and 10, Red Tornadoes on about the 29-yard line. Big 21 points on the scoreboard for the Indians at the 11:25 mark of the second quarter. Higgins to Sinkovic, tries it up the middle. No yardage there. Down on the bottom of the pile for Shamokin, looked like number 51, Brian Kaler. Also Jeff Steele, number 2 in there. That was actually a gain of about a yard, so second down and 9 for the Red Tornadoes.
Second down and 9, gain of a yard on the play. Second and 9, gain of 1 yard on the play.
Dave Slater into the Red Tornado offensive lineup. Higgins pitches back to Sinkovic and flags on the play. Offside called against the Shamokin Indians. That would look like somebody was lined up offside, Warren.
I don't know. I got enough things to worry about here. I can't be calling these calls all the time. I don't know, really.
Second down and 4 for the Red Tornadoes. 10:29 left in the first half. Higgins. Sinkovic on the reverse. Fumble on the play, and the ball recovered by Trocchi. But the handoff between Trocchi and Sinkovic didn't work, so that one will be a loss of about 3 or 4 yards. Third down and about 9 for the Red Tornadoes.
Well, when it rains, it pours, I'll tell you. There just isn't a lot of other things you could do wrong here and still be playing football.
Corey Hepler in a tackle for the Red Tornadoes, trying to beef up the offensive line. Higgins. Fake to Sinkovic. Big rush by the Indians. Looks at Gonzalo over the middle. First down and 10, Red Tornadoes. But if they got to stop the rush on Higgins. Somehow give him a little more time and they'll complete those passes.
Now that time, if you were watching the line play, that was an interesting play because what you do is you see Hepler leave his man go, shoot him to the outside. Then he just sort of stood there and I thought to myself, he's not doing anything. And he picked up the blitz.
Picked up the linebacker.
He took the blitz down, and that was a nice play. If you were watching line play, that was a great thing to see there. You don't see with all the jumbles of bodies, but he's on the close side to us here on the end, so it was easy to pick it up.
Higgins, straight drop back this time. Looks at number 51 coming in from the Indians. Brian Kaler and the big Shamokin rush is still there. That's a loss of about 5 yards. 2nd down and 15 for the Red Tornadoes.
Mount Carmel's on their own 35-yard line.
Joe Sinkovich back into the Red Tornado lineup. Brett Veach was in for one play. Gonzalo and Trocky split.
Blitz.
Chad Ritchie on Gonzalo. They're going long for Trocky, over his head on about the 29-yard line. And that one, Ritchie had to go in between. That was the play you had talked about, Wayne, in the Marion game where Trocky's out there by himself and Ritchie had to go either between Trocky or Gonzalo.
Right. And that's a good play. It worked twice last week against Marion and almost right there. It was just over Jeff's fingers.
3rd down and 15 for the Red Tornadoes. And I don't think you want to get your defense back on the field here. I think they need to get a 1st down right here.
That's a long way to go. 16 yards and 3rd down. Sinkovich out of the Mount Carmel area lineup now. Sheptock stays in as the lone back.
Higgins, straight drop back, big rush. Looks over the middle. Oh, interference.
Drop the flag.
Interference
Drop the
all
flag,
the way.
ladies and gentlemen. There it is.
Interference all the way. Stamets tried to make a good play. But he did.
A second too early.
Right, just a second too early, or he had a great play. But this one now will be close to a 1st down. It's a 15-yard penalty. So what's going to occur is it's going to be an automatic 1st down. Automatic 1st down. 1st down and 10, Red Tornadoes just over the mid-stripe. 8:13 left in the 1st half. Higgins sets the Tornadoes. Back to pass again. Big rush, and he's sacked for another 5 or 6 yard loss. 2nd down and about 16 for the Red Tornadoes. Second down and 19, a 9-yard loss. Higgins, trip, slant right. Try a quick handoff to Sinkovich, and twice now they bumped into each other on that play. And no gain, so it'll be 3rd down and 19, big 3rd down play for the Red Tornadoes.
Unsportsmanlike conduct being called against number 2, Steele.
Jeff Steele.
And he's been I'm not sure what he's doing in there, but he's been an antagonist from the beginning. Yeah. And every time there's a shove or a push, you see his numbers show up. So I don't know what we do. And I don't know if he's even doing anything.
That's uncharacteristic of Jeff.
But a lot of people here in front of us are pointing him out all the time. And I looked the second time and still didn't see him. Now he's coming out of the ball game, and he's just being called out by their side. He wasn't thrown out, is what I'm trying to get out of my mouth there, right? He didn't get thrown out of the game, did he?
No.
Okay, I was going to say.
He just went. I think Coach Chicatano took him out of the game.
Yeah, I was
Higgins
going to say,
rolls to his right. Big rush. Intercepted on the sideline by number 33 of the Indians, Tony Benedict. 1st down and 10, Indians on the 41-yard line. But what really caused that interception was an awesome rush from the Indian line.
It's Bridie, 83.
This is a big defensive stand for the Tornadoes here because this is a place they have to stop them. 6:59 left in the 1st half, 21-0. Shamokin area in the lead. Stamets tries the quick handoff to Weslowski, finds a hole, breaks it around the right side, down to about the 30-yard line, to the 20-yard line. Touchdown for Jamie Weslowski. There's a flag on the play. And that's probably going to be just a celebration in the end zone, but that's going to be a touchdown for the Indians and bring Greg Claiborne on for his 4th extra point attempt.
Well, at this point, I think I'd keep Scott on the sidelines and let him rest up and heal a little bit, and let Wisłowski run wild.
Yeah,
I mean,
they haven't lost a beat, have they, with a new guy in there? That's for sure. You know, I've forgotten 2 years, and it happens every year. I forget about that cannon. I mean, my goodness, that cannon scares the pants off me every time it goes off. And you think I'd be ready for it now, and I never am. It still goes off and shakes the whole press box. I keep waiting for a hole in the wall.
Stamen's back to hold, and that's going to be an offside against the Red Tornadoes.
Now he's going to run it. He's
well,
go for the 2.
Yeah,
now.
Indians are going to call timeout here and try to go for the 2.
Well, you know, I have to say one thing. Even my headset's on. We're not doing much football our way, but I've learned a lot about traffic from the public address announcer. What is this? Is this like PennDOT come down or what? Like 52 announcements about seat belts and driving conditions and
Stamets to Jeff Steele. And it's no good. Well, we have 6:47 left in the first half. The score, the Indians 27, the Red Tornadoes 0. Well, Clebon's getting a lot of kicking in tonight. Get to practice his kicking game a little bit.
Unfortunately, he's wearing his leg out, huh? I'll be truthful with you, I don't know the young man, but I like him better as a golfer already.
Greg will kick off from the 25-yard line.
No offense.
After the penalty is assessed against the Indians for something in the end zone. I'm not too positive what.
Over-exuberance, I'm sure.
I guess. Clebon's kick in the direction of Brett Veach. Takes it on about the 26-yard line. Breaks it up the middle. Finds a hole. Takes it to the 40. To the 30. Ooh. Makes a nice move on the 20. Touchdown, Red Tornado.
I'll tell you what, that move was absolutely fantastic.
Beautiful move by Brett Veach.
I don't know how they didn't tackle him.
I know.
I can't believe that. What a run. Oh, my goodness, what a run by Veach, a freshman, no less.
It was great just to watch as he was going down and he hit Claiborne. He switched the ball from one hand into the other when he was making his cut.
Unbelievable.
Excellent.
Oh, God, that was a pretty play, but you don't see moves like that very often. I mean, he was dead to rights tackled, and boom, he scores. Bring a little life back into the Mt Carmel area side because there was nobody breathing over here for the last couple of minutes.
Mt Carmel area going to try to go for 2 points here. I guess they'll try to get as many on the board as they can. Higgins pitches to Sinkovic out around the left side, and he's in for the 2.
Okay, you want to look down the line now? Big 2 points if you're going to look down the line.
3 touchdowns and a field goal tie it.
A big 2 points, though. 27-8 now. That point can show up sooner or later in this game.
Right.
There's my optimistic face coming out now.
6:33 left in the first half. The score, the Shamokin area Indians 27, the Mt Carmel area Red Tornadoes 8. Jason Klingerman will kick off for the Red Tornadoes. Klingerman with a big kick. Taken by Ritchie on about the 11-yard line. Breaks it right up the middle. Looks to go outside. Runs around to the left. Now breaking back to his right and is tackled on about the 35-yard line. In on the tackle for the Red Tornadoes, number 47, Scott Montgomery. Also 81, Steve Ziegler. And number 74 of the Red Tornadoes, John Feddock. First down and 10, Indians on the 37-yard line.
If you want to stay in this game, you got to stop them right now. Now you need some momentum here. The defense has got to rise up, and you got to stuff the ball down their throat until we're back in the game.
Ooh,
if you don't, hey.
They have to take control of the line.
I'm excited.
They have to do something. You're right.
Stamets sets the Indians. Gonna try the quick opener again. Nice tackle made on the bottom of the pile by the Red Tornadoes. Corey Hepler in there and Joe Sinkovich. Wisłowski with the ball that time.
I couldn't call that because Wall walked past me and I couldn't see the stands over there. Holy God, is he leaving this game and going right like the Eagles or what?
I'll tell you what.
He's not going to stop it at college anywhere, is he?
He could. He could.
My goodness.
2nd down and 10 for the Red Tornadoes.
You know, he's a house that moves and hits you, you know. Not just standing around looking at you. He's a house that'll chase you down and hit you.
Mark Sandry split far right, and the Indians jump off sides. This one will be a legal procedure against Shamokin and move him back 5 yards. .5:14 left in the first half. Chad Ritchie now comes out split far right. Lashinsky on him, up close. Looks like they're going to try to bump him right on the line. Stamets back to pass. Looks at Ritchie. Now tries running it right up the middle. Bopped in there by Sinkovich. Bounces right off of him. And a nice tackle made by 44 Sean Sheptock with Jeff Steele all over his back.
I don't know. I wasn't sure what Steele was doing here, to tell you the truth. What he ended up doing was assisting on the tackle, but I'm not sure where he was heading before that.
4:38 left in the first half. 3rd down and 9.
But he gets an unwanted assist on that one, I'm sure.
What they did on Ritchie on that play, they bumped him on the line, and then they had another safety going to cover him downfield. So they double-teamed Ritchie on that play. Sandry is going to be split far left. Powerhouse backfield for the Indians. Flags on the play.
Too much time.
Well, they never got that play going. First of all, they had the wide receiver on the wrong side of the ball, and that kept them from getting moving.
Timeout called by Stamets at the 4:11 mark of the first half. Indians in the lead, 27-8. Big 3rd down play for the Indians. Chad Ritchie split to the short side of the field. Wisłowski in the backfield for the Indians. Stamets tries that quick handoff to Wisłowski. Breaks the hole again, but gains only about 7 or 8 yards. So Shamokin will be faced with a 4th down. But boy, does that hole open up, Warren.
Sheptock leaving the lineup with a limp. I could have ran through there. I'm going to say it out loud. I could have run through there. I wouldn't have run as far as he did, but I could have run through it. And
Nor as fast.
No. Or as low, for that matter. I haven't been that low in 5 or 6 years. Not even to tie my shoe. I can't even tie my shoelaces that low anymore.
Oh, really?
No, I get too dizzy.
Sinkovich and Trocki deep. Big rush by Klingerman. This one's coming at Trocki. Hits on about the 29-yard line and goes out of bounds at the 29-yard line. 1st down and 10. Red Tornadoes on the 29. Big offensive series here for the Red Tornadoes.
Well, you put another score on the board before halftime, and it's a game again. You know, it really is. It's a game right now, but you're still got a ways to climb back from. But if you show some offensive movement here, 3:34 left in the first half here, you know, it's going to bode well when you go into the locker room. You got to have something to take in there.
Higgins rolls to his right. Big rush. Looking downfield at Trocki, and that's going to be intentional grounding called against the Red Tornadoes.
Now, that's a loss of down, among other things.
Right.
So
Well, yeah, that one you just have to eat when you're getting that kind of rush on
go out
that
of bounds.
side of the line.
I mean, you're already heading. That's where you want to go.
Big rush from Carl Baskin.
Which is easy for us to say sitting up here. But,
That's right.
You know, we don't have Carl Baskin chasing us down either. Wearing a helmet.
225-pound senior. 2nd down and 25 for the Red Tornadoes. The ball on the 15-yard line, and now down in that area where they can't afford to make a mistake down here again. Higgins, straight drop, big rush.
Steele.
Jeff Steele in on the tackle on Higgins, and This is the old shoot 'em up, rush 'em out Shamokin defense.
Well, the score of the game dictates what's happening here now. You can afford to do that kind of stuff now. You know, that's what happens when you have a big lead. You get to do a lot of things you wouldn't necessarily want to chance when in a tight game. Mt Carmel area, on the other hand, they've got to be very careful what they do all the time. You know, and at the same time, you're trying to catch up. So, again, a very difficult position to be in here in the first half of the ball game.
2:47 left on the clock. Higgins, quick pass over to Gonzalo, puts him on a passing situation. Coming out here, a truck. Stamit's there and drops the ball on about the 35-yard line. But that actually was to Shamokin's benefit for him to drop the ball. 4th down and long for the Red Tornadoes. Actually, they had double coverage on Trockey on that play. It was a razzle-dazzle play, but Trockey was covered.
They read it perfectly.
They read it back. John Yastashak in his own end zone. He about 4 yards deep in the end zone. High snap over his head. Yastashak picks up the ball, and it'll be a safety for the Shamokin Indians. So 2 more big points added onto the board for Shamokin as we come into the end of the half.
Well, that's probably the only thing we haven't seen so far was the safety, and now we got one of those. So I don't know what else you can do right now to shoot yourself in the foot than what we've done. So maybe we've got it all done and we're ready to go back to football.
Kicking off for Mt Carmel will be number 57, Jason Klingerman. Kicking off from the 20 after the safety.
Richie deep for the Indians. Klingerman hits a nice boot back to about the 29-yard line. Richie coming up the middle of the field. Dave Slater was blocked, knocked over, and Slate made a good play at trying to get back up and stop him. But
that's hustle.
Ziegler and also Montgomery in on the tackle, also assisted by 74 there from the Red Tornadoes, John Feddock.
That's great hustle by the Slate man, though, really was. Got knocked down, got right back up, was into place, slowed the guy down, and then able the other guys make the tackle.
2:15 left on the clock. 29-8. Indians in the lead. Stamets looks at the tight end going over. Joe Costello chasing him and throws it out of bounds along the sidelines to number 14, which is Jamie Golden.
Smart play by the quarterback that time. He wasn't gonna do much that time, but he was able to get the ball away at least and save the line of scrimmage. That's what you see when you have a 6'3" quarterback. He's running, but he's still able to see the entire field as he goes. So a little bit of advantage when you have height like that. And of course, you can't get that. You get to either have it or you don't. That's the way it works.
2nd down and 10 for the Indians. Jamie Wisłowski is going to be split far left for the Indians. Stamets puts Richie in motion, rolls to his right. Going to look at Richie going down the sideline all by himself on about the 20-yard line. Touchdown, Indians.
Tell you what, you have to give Stamets credit. Boy, that ball was right there.
Perfect throw to Richie.
Well, that's the second time that play was open. If you remember, it was open coming the other way, down here by the goal, and he overthrew him that time. The first time you see that. The second time he was scot-free. I mean, there wasn't any pursuit because they stopped right away, knowing that he was so far ahead of them they weren't going to catch him. But certainly, Big Red in disarray here as the first half is coming to a close, and there's not going to be a lot of good points to look at other than the Veach run here. And you go into the locker room at halftime. Not a lot of other good things are happening out there for Big Red.
Greg Claiborne in to attempt the extra point for the Indians. And again, one of the Red Tornadoes jump offside. And we'll have to watch what Coach Chicatano decides to do here with the penalty. He's still going to kick the ball. He signals in that we would still want to kick it, so move up a little, 2 yards closer for Klebon to make the extra point.
Attempting the extra point, number 18, Greg Claiborne.
Snaps back. It's up. And it's good.
He kicks them so hard, Wayne. You see how they tail off at the end. He has such a strong leg on them.
Well, soccer style, that's what occurs. They do tail off. You know, if you're coming from the if you're a right-handed kicker, they're going to tail off that way.
That's what you have to compensate on a long field goal all the time, right? That's why you seem to be kicking away a little bit than you should be, but trying to.
It actually hooks in.
Yeah, trying to compensate for the hook.
Kicking off for the Indians, number 18, Greg Claiborne.
Klebon will kick off for the Indians. Deep for the Red Tornadoes, Joe Wargo, Jeff Trocchi, and Brett Veach.
Red Beach, number 29, Jeff Trocchi.
Tell you what, I can definitely want to put off going down to see Jose at halftime if he hasn't taken his life by the time I get down there. There's probably a suicide watch on him right now down there.
Klebon kicks it in the direction of Veach again, takes it on about the 18-yard line, tries it up the sideline, and is stopped there on about the 29-yard line. First down and 10, Red Tornadoes with 1:36 left in the half. 36-8, Indians in the lead.
Kane on the tackle.
Tommy Kane, another tackle for Tommy.
First and 10 for Mount Carmel on their own 29-yard line.
What's he? 960 pounds too, or what? I'm not even going to look at the thing here. I'm afraid to look down the roster.
Believe it or not, he's a byproduct from Mount Carmel. Tommy, his father was from Mount Carmel, graduated in '69, if I'm not mistaken.
Sinkovic off the right side, good for a Red Tornado. First down on about the 40-yard line. Brett Veach into the Tornado lineup.
First and 10 for Mount Carmel on their own 40-yard line.
Richie and Stamets deep for the Indians. Pitch back to Sinkovic. Jeff Steele puts the final hit on, but he was stopped in there by number 44 of the Shamokin Indians, which is Harry Reid. 38 seconds left on the clock. Second down and 14. Timeout called by the Red Tornadoes.
Second down and 14. A set of car keys has been lost within the stadium. If anybody finds a set of car keys,
Red Tornadoes come up to the line, second down and 14.
But it is a good time when you get called out on reserves like that.
Oh, I can imagine. I can imagine.
French Foreign Legion.
Get to see Somalia,
Hey,
drink
great
dirty
place.
water,
Right.
get a really bad tan, a boss tan, I'm sure.
Higgins, big rush on by the Indians and a stop in there by number 75, Tim Heitzman.
Now you also had Taylor in there, 55, and of course you had Building in there. Or no, we didn't. Heinzman, I'm sorry, yeah.
Tim?
Building wasn't there. Building is Waugh. Or Block, or I'm not sure. He could be a Ward maybe even. I'm not sure where to classify him yet.
Looked like it was starting out to be a screenplay, but they just came in so fast on Higgins it wasn't going to set up.
I just hope that he knows I'm taking this in jest because I really don't want him to have to come to Mount Carmel.
Third down and 2, and that's going to be the end of the first half. Mount
I'll
Carmel
tell you
doesn't
what.
get the playoff, but the Shamokin Indians go off the field with a big 36-8 lead.
When he asked me for your address on Monday, I'll give him a Lumos plant. Okay.
I'd appreciate about a 5-minute head start if I could too, all right?
We'll be back with the stats with Warren in 1 moment.
Trust me, they're as gruesome as the first half looked when you were watching it. In the rushing department, Mount Carmel area rushed the ball 18 times for a minus 44 yards. They passed only 2 of 8 times for 16 yards. They had 4 first downs. Individually, Sinkovic rushed the ball 9 times for 31 yards. Sheptok 1 for 0 yards. Trocki 1 for a -2 yards. Costello 1 for a -18. And Higgins 6 for a -55. Receiving, Gonzalez had 1 for 12. Spears 1 for 4. Shamokin area, on the other hand, rushed the ball 16 times for a total of 190 yards. Passing 2 of 8 for 67 yards. And 6 first downs, and I think if you look at the 6 first downs, that's where you're going to see how this game was being played in the first half. A lot of points in the first quarter resulting of Mount Carmel area fumbles. Put the ball in the end zone. Now, you don't have any sustained drives here from Shamokin area because all big plays. That's where they scored. The bright spot for Mount Carmel area, of course, is Brett Veach, a long run back and a kickoff. Pretty move at the end, and that put the 6 points, and, of course, the 2-point conversion by Sinkovic put the 8 points up. Down 36-8. Mount Carmel area had to do some heavy-duty regrouping in the locker room, and we'll await in about 1 second and find out how that went as we return to the second half.
Back to start the second half. Mount Carmel will receive. Shamokin kicking off. Greg Klebon kicking off for Shamokin. Wargo, Trocki, and Veach deep for the Red Tornadoes. Kicks it in the direction of Veach. Veach breaks it up the middle. Finds a little hole and runs into one of his own players and knocked down on about the 39-yard line, but Veach looked like he was going to start another big run back right there.
It's a nice move. He's going to be, I mean, here's a freshman, so you got
Right.
4 years to watch those moves as you know, we progress.
No, it's nice. He's running with reckless abandon. I mean, he's putting all out on both of those returns.
What number is reckless abandon? I didn't even see him throw a block. I mean, he's
down
running
there.
with him.
You have to. He's down there.
Oh,
Yeah,
I know he hung around with him, but I didn't know that
Yeah.
they were on the field together.
Yeah.
Flags on the play.
We start the second half where we start the first half. Take 5 yards back
That's
for a march.
a procedure call against the Red Tornadoes. They called it an offside, but it was actually a legal procedure. First down and 15 for the Red Tornadoes. Higgins to Sinkovic. Hit on the line of scrimmage and stops there and is tackled by Jeff Steele, also assisted by 75 Heitzman and number 44, which is Harry Reed. 3 tacklers in there for Shamokin. Second down and 14. Officials timeout called for an equipment adjustment. No, it's actually Jeff Steele. It looks like he maybe hurt himself on that play. He's limping a little bit going off the field. So, boy, 3 big players out for the Indians at this moment. Jake Davis was out, Kurtz is out, and also Jeff Steele now going off.
I didn't know you needed help with that one. He was the one walking off.
I know. I
you even
lost,
confused me when
I
you
lost
tapped
the
me.
guy walking off, right?
I was wondering what we were talking about for a second.
Higgins, quick pass to Gonzalo out in the flat. Jake Davis back in the game, makes the tackle. So Jake's back in. Gain of about 8 or 9 yards. Mount Carmel will be faced with a third down and 6. Brett Veach brings the play into the Red Tornado lineup.
Hey, look good. We got competition down there at WNEP.
Are you kidding? They're not our competition.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Our heads above them.
Oh, okay.
They're pretenders to the throne.
Yeah, we're at least, what, about 20 feet above them.
They do have team jackets, though, which I like. I like that.
Higgins back to pass. Big rush by the Indians. And down on the bottom of the pile, number 65. Well, Heitzman was in on the
That's
play on
79,
that
though.
one.
Give it to 79 Wallace. He caused the whole problem. He was in there, I think, as the snap came
heard
back.
the public address system saying that Chad Ritchie would be wearing another number. I'm wondering if he isn't wearing Jake Davis's number.
Number 20?
83.
83?
Yasashak hits a roller, bounces at about the 25-yard line. That looks like Ritchie running the ball, breaks it around the left side, finds a hole, Slater running him down, and also Mike Higgins, but a big run back. And that was Chad Ritchie on the return. So Ritchie has put on Jake Davis's number.
How'd you know that, though?
Just heard him announce it.
How do you hear these things with the headphones on? What are you doing here?
I don't know. I heard it
What,
coming.
you plugged into the head today?
Maybe I'm plugged in over there or something. First down and 10, Indians on the 26-yard line.
First and 10 for the Indians.
Movement on the line of scrimmage, but this one might be offside against the Red Tornadoes. And that's exactly what it is. 5 more yards, so Shamokin now have a first down and 5. 36-8, 9:06 left in the third quarter. Ritchie and number 14, Jamie Golden, split to the left for the Indians. Stamets, quick handoff to Weslowski off the left side. Gains about 4 or 5 yards, and just about every Tornado in on the tackle on that play. Initial hit made by number 45, Stosh Puldanovich, and 52, Corey Hepler. Second down and 1. Shamokin has the ball on the 18-yard line.
Second down and 1 for the Indians. Second and 1.
Motion in the backfield. Handoff to Weslowski. Gains about 5 or 6 yards, but this one will come back against the Indians.
Yeah, but I'll tell you what, you have to give Harry Reid credit, because he faked that really good after he got caught moving, and he almost tried to sneak away along the line there. I mean, there was a guy who became invisible for a moment, or at least I hoped he did.
Well, you got to figure if he would have got next to
Well,
Chris,
I was just going to say, if he
you
can
know.
get into that line, they'll never find him again.
Never,
So he
never.
was doing the right
He's
thing.
gone.
Second down and 6 for the Indians.
That's good to make it look like part of the play. You know, maybe nobody saw this then.
7:53 left in the third quarter. Second down and 6 for the Indians. 36-8, Indians in the lead. Stamets pitches back to Weslowski. Tries breaking out around the outside, makes 2 nice moves,
Oh, the
and
Sleet
stopped
man.
over there by Dave Slater.
The Sleet man zeroed in on him that time, took him down.
Slater along with number 57, Klingerman. Bring up a third.
Third down and about 4 yards to go for the Indians. Stamets brings the Indians out to the line of scrimmage. Ball's on the 22-yard line of Mount Carmel. Coming around on the outside end around to Chad Ritchie. Initial hit in made by John Lashinsky, and then finished off on the bottom of the pile by number 1, Dave Slater.
First down, Indians.
First down and 10, Indians on the 13-yard line.
Okay, there it was, guys. There's fight number 2 now. We've had fight number 2. And I know I talked to a lot of people at halftime. I'll get back to this after the play.
Stamets. Quick handoff to Weslowski. Out around the left side. Joe Sinkovich with a big play after about a 2-yard gain.
The buzz with everybody down on the sidelines, believe it or not, everybody was talking about, you know, the highway safety thing and the car crashes and the seatbelt thing. It's just spread through the stadium like wildfire. And I know a lot of people said that they know so much about driving now they're going to go home not even open their eyes.
Oh, I know. I'm going to buckle up.
They're just going to drive home and not do anything. Can they take my license for talking about this? I may have to be more careful here.
Second down and 7. Stamets. Going to throw the quick pass. Big
Not
rush
this time.
by Joe Costello, and he brings him down, assisted by Sheptok and Stosh Puldanovich. Brings him back to about the 24-yard line. So Shamokin will be faced with a third down and about 19.
Oh, it's really getting good over there now.
Okay.
One of your king-size fights going on now. We've now corralled him. He's being securityized. And there he goes to the cheers of the crowd.
Stamets, straight drop back, lots of time, looks in the end zone, broken up by Bob Veach and Dave Slater. 4th down and 19 from the 20-yard line
What do you
for
think?
the Indians.
Will he give Clubman a shot from here, you think?
No.
Wayne? No?
Oh, another fight started. I got the fist flying down there now.
Where the ball's on the 24-yard line, 23-yard line, right?
Right.
23.
But you don't think they're going to give it? No, they're not.
Nope.
No, they're going for it.
How'd you know that?
How did I know that?
Yeah, how'd you know that?
Because I was watching play ball. Greg didn't come in.
Oh.
I was watching
All
the
right.
substitution.
Very sneaky.
Stamets on the screen pass to Wisloski. And he's knocked out of bounds over on the sideline. In on the tackle for the Red Tornadoes, number 57, Jason Klingerman, assisted by Dave Slater. So Mount Carmel will take over 1st down and 10 on the 16-yard line.
We're definitely having a security breach down below us here.
Well,
the
first
crowd
of all,
is definitely getting restless down below.
the first mistake is letting everybody stand down
Yeah.
there on the track.
It just
because
makes
once
for-
something
makes for
like
trouble,
that
you're right.
happens, it packs up and nobody can get in.
Yeah, it makes for trouble when everybody's milling around down there.
5:14 left in the 3rd quarter. 1st down and 10, Red Tornadoes, 36-8, Indians in the lead. Higgins on the inside, quick handoff to Sinkovic, and that one doesn't gain anything, probably lost about a yard. Jeff Steele in on the tackle.
On the tackle for the Indians is number 55.
I think the byline of this is going to be if you're going to look at football and really study a game, you're going to see big plays, of course, but I think you're going to see the line play. I think you're going to see the dominating Shamokin area line play is going to be the telltale of this whole game.
Well, it's the size plus their experience. These boys have been playing on the line for 3 years now.
Fumble on the play. Ball recovered by the Red Tornadoes. Wall was down there, but getting up off the bottom of the pile, Mike Higgins.
I hope Watt didn't fall on him.
Higgins recovered the fumble, bring up a 3rd and 13.
3rd down and 13, 4 minutes and 5 seconds left in the 3rd quarter.
If you find the 2 Guys Restaurant advertising,
Now, what kind of guy is Watt in school now? I'm sure you know him.
Oh, he's a great kid. He's just like I have to say the same thing about Kurtz and about Jeff Steele.
Higgins' pass intercepted by number 83, Chad Ritchie. Ritchie wearing number 4 at the start of the game, but now has Jake Davis's number on. And 1st down and 10, Indians on the 45-yard line of the Red Tornadoes.
No, they always have something nice to say. They're quiet.
Typical big guys, though.
Right.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, they're just super kids.
I mean, you hate to see a guy that big if you had a mean streak in him because, oh, my
baby.
goodness, he'd be illegal in most places. But he's playing one heck of a game. They all are. I mean, it's unbelievable. They're big, mobile, agile, and they'll kill you.
Stamets, quick handoff to Wisloski. Makes 2 nice moves in the backfield, breaks it around the outside, and run out of bounds by Dave Slater over on the 40-yard line.
I'll tell you what, you have to give Wisloski credit for picking up the slack.
Yeah, he
behind Scott. I mean, Scott is just exceptional, and Wisloski's doing just one heck of a job, and he has great lateral movement. I mean, he can stop and cut one way or the other and then take off
He's
back
a sophomore,
upfield.
too, so
Right.
Unfortunately for us, we're going to be seeing a lot more of him.
2nd down and 4. 3:35 left in the 3rd quarter. The ball on the 40-yard line. Stamets, inside handoff to Chad Ritchie. Stopped by Joe Sinkovic. Also there, Sean Sheptalk, and finished off on the bottom of the pile, getting up number 27, John Lashinsky. 1st down, Indians on the 29-yard line.
We've kind of got now down to sort of a push and shove match now. It's, not much one way, not much of the other right now, which Shamokin area is I'm sure, happy to do. I mean, I'm sure going to start seeing some of their other people coming into the game as we get down close to the 4th quarter. 3:03 left in the 3rd.
Stamets fakes, throws a nice pass and broken up nicely by John Lashinsky. That was a quick pass to Richie and a good play made by Lashinsky on about the 30-yard line. Second down and 10, 2:51 left in the third.
Second down and 10 for the Indians.
Stamets with the power backfield. Pitches to Weslowski. Oh, good move by Weslowski, but a nice tackle made by number 45, Stosh Puldanovich on the 30-yard line.
Well, a little pushing and shoving, which you're going to have now. There's a lot of frustration on one side. The other side feels pretty good about itself, and it's inevitable right now. You got to keep a tight rein on it. You don't want this game to disintegrate into that kind of stuff.
And you know, both coaches, the great thing was found out who did it, pulled them off, you know, let them sit for a play or two.
Yeah, cool them down a little bit.
Third down and 10, 2:17 left on the clock. Richie goes in motion. Stamets looking at him for coming out of the backfield. Finds number 36 cutting across the center, Mark Sandry. And in on the tackle was Bob Veach and also Dave Slater, but that's a first down for the Indians.
Great pass
at the 19-yard line.
That was a bullet that time.
Plus, his line's giving him a lot of time to look over all his receivers before he throws.
Yeah, that one he was looking at Chad Ritchie initially. He was going to get him coming out of the backfield.
Right.
And then he couldn't, you know, he was covered well, so he watched for Sandry cutting across the middle.
First and 10 for the Indians on the Mt Carmel 18-yard line.
You have Roland in there, I believe, at nose guard now. Number 61, if I'm not mistaken.
Going back to Weslowski. He's trying to go around the outside. Finds a little hole and hit by Sean Sheptalk and then followed by the rest of the Tornadoes. But he has some slick moves in there.
It's like a little bug trying to catch him.
Definitely
he
has
just
some
zigzags
slick
all
moves
the
in
time.
there. 1:18 left in the third quarter. Second down and 11.
He'll be a nightmare for 2 more years. I
Oh,
can
you
see
bet.
him coming already. In fact, they may have a nightmare about him tonight. I'm not sure. It's only a matter who I have it with now. Although Waugh is still the leading candidate for giving me a nightmare.
57 seconds left in the third. 36-8, Indians in the lead. Richie goes in motion out here and
Penalty.
flags on the play.
Flags down.
Give us a chance, ladies and gentlemen, to remind you you are listening to WKMC TV. We are broadcasting over a microwave signal WLX 267. We are an instructional fixed television service. We are broadcasting from the Mount Carmel Area High School campus. You catch us on Channel 13 Wednesday night, 8 o'clock on the Service Electric Cable System. And we're glad you tuned in
And tomorrow night, you can catch us at Matucci's.
at the Supper Club. Great Supper Club. Biggest crowd ever.
Thursday nights at Matucci's, manicotti this week.
Manicotti's on the menu this week. We had chicken parmesan that you'd kill for last. In fact,
That's right.
I might have killed somebody. I'm not sure.
Stamets, there's the quick opener again, and he's tackled and drugged down by number 21, Joe Wargo, after a gain of about 3 or 4 yards. I think Frenchie was about ready to kill somebody last night because he was one of the
Frenchie
ones.
got left out of that last group there.
What is this stuff? I have to talk to the guy who runs this. You know who it is? Warren?
There's no captain of that ship, pal.
Oh,
Believe
is
me,
it?
it just
It's sinking
it just
quick.
keeps listing in the waves, pal.
Okay.
That's the end of the third quarter. The score, the Shamokin area Indians 36, the Mount Carmel area Red Tornadoes 8.
I was thinking I had to give him a donation there. All of a sudden, I'm $6 to the supper club, and you know, everybody was getting up and leaving already, and I didn't even get a chance to put my fork in my food.
Shamokin with a third down and 10 to start the fourth quarter. Jake Davis in the backfield along with Wazlowski. Davis goes in motion. Looks at the quick pass to Chad Ritchie. He's looking downfield to throw the ball and intercepted by Bob Veach in the end zone, so it should be a
Touchback.
touchback.
Yeah.
It is.
That's
I almost
slowest
thought,
signal in the world there.
I almost thought they were going to mark him on the 1. That's why I held up a little bit saying it. But first down and 10, Red Tornadoes on the 20-yard line.
I think you're doing that for the suspense now.
Well, what was the reason in the first quarter,
Well, I'm
like
not sure.
after the first minute of play?
I'm not sure what that was.
Oh,
I have
okay.
no comment on that. They knew how hard it was for us to call these calls, and then they don't give us the signal. I mean, you're just throwing men out into nothingness. We're in a void. It's a black hole of knowledge for us.
Gonzalo and Trocky split far right for the Red Tornadoes. Higgins hands off to Sinkovic, finds a hole, and then is tackled by number 33 of the Indians, which is Tony Benedict. Second down and 7 for the Red Tornadoes.
Well, as we wind down the game, we're in the fourth quarter. Certainly, we got to look at Shamokin area now as the class of the division, the way it looks anyway. From what we see here.
Well, I'll tell you what, I'd love to see what Pottsville has.
Yeah.
I mean, seeing how good Shamokin is and how big they are, and Pottsville's up there bragging that they can take either one of these teams now.
Mm-hmm.
And
Sheptock out to the 35-yard line for a first down. First down and 10, Red Tornadoes on the 35. 11-11 left in the ball game. 36-8, Indians in the lead. Movement on the Red Tornado line.
Right here on penalty against Mount Carmel. Illegal procedure, bring up a first and 16, first and
Probably one of the only surprising things right now about the game winning, I have to say, is I'm a little bit surprised there aren't more kids seeing action for Shamokin Indians. I mean, we're down to 10 minutes now. It's not like the game is going to swing the other way on them.
Higgins back to pass. Waugh puts on the big rush from his tackle position, and questions were said about how maybe slow Waugh was coming off the ball, but he was
Slow.
quick on that
No.
one.
He's serious. Slow.
bring up a
That kid's got a lot going for him. He really does. He's a fabulous lineman out there.
The talk about the Blue Mountain game was that Waugh did not come off the ball that fast, and he came off very good there, and he's come off very good all night. And that's
all
what I
night.
was saying.
Whose talk was that? Because I want to give Waugh their name. Maybe I'll ever give him a ride. Who knows?
10:42 left in the ball game. 36-8, Indians in the
I think
lead.
that kind of talk's going to help you.
Trying to get on a good side of him quick
Okay,
now.
all right. I don't know what side that is, but
I mean, it's a walk either way to get around to it.
Higgins gives the ball off to Zinkovic around the left side. Nice tackle made over there by number 14, Jamie Golden. So Mount Carmel will be faced with a third down and probably about 9 yards to go.
Which could pretty much sum up the game for Mount Carmel. There's always 3rd and 10, 3rd and 16, 3rd and 21.
A lot of long third down situations.
It's a litany. And then now you get 3rd and 9. You got a team teeing off on you. You got the quarterback. Think about him. He's going to drop back there and see what's going to be coming at him.
Pitches out to Brett Veach, bringing around the right side. Goes for the first down marker, is knocked out of bounds, and he's close to the first down.
Depends where they spot him. I'm not sure where they're going to put where he put his foot down, but he's certainly the bright spot offensively for us.
he's doing a good job.
He's the franchise at the moment.
Did you see Reckless blocking for him in front?
That is a first down.
I'm
Did you
sorry.
miss
I
him?
thought Reckless was on the sideline taking a
Yeah.
breather because I saw him by the water thing there a little while ago.
First down, Big Red on the 45-yard line. 9:57 left in the ball game.
He would be from the Lower Centralia abandons, right? There was a bunch of kids in that family.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Reckless. So I guess he's like the middle kid. Yeah.
Higgins, inside handoff to Veach. Gain of about 2 or 3 yards. Oh, that was Trocky carrying the ball, but tackled by Heitzman. Heitzman's on the bottom of the pile, but he was also helped by Steele and also number 77 of the Indians, which is Brian Woodley.
If his older brother would have been total abandon, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
He
Good
graduated
football.
a few years before.
Good football player. Good football player, total.
He
Come
played
from
in
good
the line,
stuff.
though.
Yeah, he was a lineman, yeah.
Higgins, quick drop back. Big rush by
there you
Heitzman,
go.
and he puts Higgins down. Also assisted in there by number 36 of the Indians, which is Mark Sandry.
I saw that exact thing one time. It was on that Discovery Channel on the earthquake in Mexico. Same thing.
Really?
I know Higgins felt that way. I mean, the only thing that was different, they didn't bring search dogs in.
Third down and 14, 8:48 left in the ball game. Inside handoff to Sheptalk. Heitzman blocks the hole up and then finished off by Jake Davis. Chris Wall also in there, and Mark Sandry. Fourth down brings John Yasishak into the game for the Red Tornadoes to punt and drops. I always get tempted to say Jake Davis because I see 83, but it's Chad Ritchie.
I have to figure out why does he change numbers there.
Maybe his shirt ripped. Yasishak with the line drive, fair catch called by Ritchie. Ball bounces down on about the 13-yard line and will be down there by Jeff Trocchi of the Red Tornadoes. First down and 10 Indians.
It's a good stat kick. That's what you like for your average. They have a couple of new numbers and they're 88 now. Jason Chicatano's in the lineup. I don't remember seeing him before unless I just missed him.
No, Jason was in.
I missed him?
He was in before, yeah.
Oh, he's standing in the back of wall a couple of times. I didn't see him go in.
Well, I'll tell you what, Jason plays on
a
the,
tall
on the
guy, though.
basketball team. He goes about 6'5".
Yeah, but he doesn't. Let me look at him here. Yeah, 190 pounds though.
Oh,
He's jeebers. The other guys don't even take him out to eat.
Tries a quick handoff up the middle and a nice stop made by number 52, Corey Hepler of the Red Tornadoes. 7:26 left in the ball game.
And you look at the size of this Shamokin area team, though, especially in that line, and I'm starting to see why, the addition to the cafeteria was needed. They're saying down here they're griping about the expenditure, but you got to be careful with these guys when food comes their way, I'm sure.
7-minute mark of the ball game. Stamets pitches back to Weslowski. Trying out around the left side. Stamets out blocking for him, but a nice tackle made over there. Number 41, Joe Costello, from his defensive end position. Third down and 4 for the Indians.
By the way, on my way back up in the stands, I did catch Pucci Veach. He was sitting there. He came out last night that, of course, Pucci pays me $5 a game to mention his name. Last night he asked if I could mention he was a great guy. I told him it's an extra $5 he wouldn't go for it, so the point is I just saw him. Okay, we're going to leave it at that.
36-8, Indians in the lead. Stamets tries the inside handoff. Nice play made by Joe Costello. Chad Ritchie was with the ball, but close to a first down for the Indians. Now it'll be fourth down and about 1. Punting situation for the Indians, and back to punt for them, number 26, Brian Weichel.
Second punt of the night, if I'm not mistaken, I think, for Shamokin.
I can't remember the first one, so.
Snaps back, and
Ooh,
there's a penalty on the play. Ball taken by Sinkovic on about the 45-yard line. Breaks it up to the 40 and to the 39, and stuffed in there by number 26, Brian Weichel, but we have flags on the play. This one's going against the Red Tornadoes. I think they had too many men on the field.
I'm surprised now. Come on.
I saw one of the Tornadoes running off the field and, trying to get here, so they must have had an extra man out there. But this one will actually give the Indians a first down, and they'll have first down and 10 from about the, big penalty. First down and 10 from about the 36-yard line.
What was it, though?
I don't know. Timeout called by the Red Tornadoes. 5:24 left in the ball game. 36-8, Indians in the lead.
Illegal participation has been exercised provision company. Please make your program. The press box receive your certificate.
Back. Indians have a first down and 10 on the 36-yard line after that penalty against the Red Tornadoes.
You're right. It was illegal participation. Too many guys of the same color on the field at the same time.
That's it.
We got some substitutions. Brian Dixon is in, playing nose guard. Number 50, Joe Bender is playing right tackle.
Mike Romanowski.
Bill Anderson is in there playing left tackle.
Tony Benedict, the ball carrier, stopped in there by number 27, John Lashinsky.
Number 3, Aaron Chicatano is in. Number 80, Jason Ginther.
Chad Vardy comes in on the Indian side of the line. .450 left in the ball game. Romanowski. That inside handoff to Benedict, and a tackle made by 41 Joe Costello. First down, Indians on the 49-yard line.
I think the only thing really left for the crowd now, and I know a lot of them are still waiting, they're waiting for that one last traffic bulletin. I know I am.
Romanowski. Up the middle. Weichel, the ball carrier, stopped in there by number 70 of the Red Tornadoes, which is Scott Pulowski.
My main man, Schlegel's in the game now, 64. He'll be lining, where does he line up, at the nose guard? Yeah. Yeah, he's nose guard.
Eric Higgins, number 83, in at defensive end for the Red Tornadoes. Up the middle. Eric Schlegel on the tackle at about the 46-yard line.
Well, they snuck 35 in there. Pete is in there, Pete Cheddar. I didn't see him go in there. How did he get in there?
3:24 left in the ball game. 36-8 Indians. Romanowski up to the line. Third down and 5. The ball on the 46-yard line. Pitches back. Weichel going around the right side, finds a little hole and gets the first down for the Indians. Tackled by number 64, Eric Schlegel. Boy, Schlegel followed him all the way.
And 67 Hickson into the lineup for Mount Carmel area as Coach Williams plays the entire team now. Everybody got some action. I don't believe anybody is left that hasn't been in the game so far tonight. Not one they want to remember, but you do want to get in the game.
True.
You know, you still want to get in the game one way or the other. That's what it's all about here. Shamokin area now with an entirely different offensive squad out there.
Timeout call, or a penalty on the play, delay a game against the Indians.
A little too much chatter in the huddle there, because as soon as the center came out, he knew he was in trouble and tried to call timeout real quick, but it was too late.
I guess when you come out and you look at the referee looking at his watch,
you know you're in
trouble.
trouble.
Sort of know you're in trouble if you're the center, because that means nobody else came out of the huddle yet. You're the first one
They
out.
were in there a long time, and I have to assume they were either talking about where they were going for pizza or, that's, I can't imagine what else was going on in there.
2 minutes left in the ball game. 36-8 Indians. Romanowski hands off to Wyko, runs into his own black, but still keeps on his feet and goes down close to a first down.
I'll say one thing for the Shamokin area team and their head coach. You know, here's a game where a big rivalry, a backyard rivalry, you get the upper hand. Mount Carmel kind of disintegrates. Mount Carmel area disintegrates in the first half. He could have come out in the second half passing and everything else, and he just grounded out. He kept the score where it was. No flash, no nothing like that from him, and I respect him for that. I really do.
Sam Chicatano. I know Sammy. I coached with him in track down here for 4 or 5 years, and you know, again, you know, he's one hell of a guy. You know, and he wouldn't do that to you. You know, we seen that at Chickalimi when he played when he was the offensive coordinator there, and you know, he wouldn't do that to a team. You know.
Now, I'm going to take a moment to tip my hat to him and the entire staff over there because he had every opportunity to. Certainly, we just misfired all around tonight. We couldn't get our helmets on right, and he had I think a lot of chances to you know, beat our brains out of this thing, and he did, and I respect him for that.
First down and 10 Indians. Inside handoff, finds an opening. Touchdown Indians. Ball carrier number 22 for Shamokin, which is Chad Barney. That puts the score up to 42-8.
Touchdown number 22, Chad Barney.
Clemont has to come into the game after a pretty long sit over there on the sideline, but he's loosening up the leg there.
Well, as Wayne has told us over and over, kickers are the only true athletes on the field, so it's no problem for him.
Oh, way to go. Chris Waugh after me now.
Oh, boy, oh, boy, oh, boy.
That is true. We stick together.
How many times have you told us that? You know, I mean,
Snaps back, it's down, kicks up, and that one's blocked.
The extra point attempt by Claymont is no good with 53.
Looked like it was blocked by number 70 of the Red Tornado, Scott Pulowski. 53 seconds left in the ball game. The score, the Indians 42, the Red Tornadoes 8. Deep for the Red Tornadoes, number 3, Aaron Chicatano, number 22, Brett Veach, and number 80, Jason Gunther.
Kickoff return number 3.
This one's going at Veach, takes it on about the 16-yard line, breaks it around the right side, and is tackled on the 25-yard line. So with 46 seconds left on the clock, Mount Carmel first down and 10. I think there's a flag on the play. Either that or someone lost something on the 45-yard line.
Nope, they're having a conference there, Warren. Again, they're discussing what went on.
This one's going against the Red Tornadoes. It's an illegal block.
What a surprise. I think every flag that flew tonight was against us. You know, when you're losing like this, it seems that way, no matter what you do.
Nick Gretzky into the lineup for the Red Tornadoes at quarterback. Brett Veach around the left side. Tackled in there by number 88 of the Indians, Jason Chicatano. Coach's son?
No.
No?
No. That is his nephew, if I'm not mistaken.
10 seconds on the clock. Three seconds, 2, 1. That's it. That's the ball game. The final score, Shamokin Area Indians 42. The Mount Carmel Area Red Tornadoes 8. As they shake hands at the center of the field, somewhere along the line, you're going to see a coal bucket presentation.
There it is. Actually, you're not seeing any presentation.
Right.
That's right. They have it, right.
It's going to be called putting the coal bucket back in the cupboard again. It's pretty much what it turns out to be.
Shamokin cheerleaders have the coal bucket on the 50-yard line.
I see. Scotty has crutches down there. Curtsy. going through the line.
Another chilly winter for Mount Carmel area.
Both teams still meeting at the center of the field.
Congratulations, Coach Chickasell and the Indian football team.
Now we see the Indian football players and cheerleaders grouping together as they have the coal bucket in the middle of the field. Well, that's it from Shamokin as we watch the Shamokin Indians trying to get in line for a picture holding the coal bucket. Mount Carmel goes away from this one with a big loss and has to regroup and come back to Danville next week.
We'll see everybody up at the Danville Stadium along the river there.
Some big offensive plays in the first half for Shamokin. Broke everything in this game, and one great defensive play.
Well, they were the better team. It's as simple as that. They had everything going for them. Great line play. The backs, great quarterback. I mean, everything. They look like a good, solid football team, and certainly I believe they're going to be reckoned with down the line now as far as the postseason is concerned. They are a tough team.
Well, as we stated coming in, their size was the big concern for us, and I can see them going pretty far. If they stay gelled together, what they did tonight. I mean, this was just an outstanding game that they played.
Yeah.
They did, Mount Carmel has a good team, and no doubt about it. But Shamokin never let them get into any type of scoring opportunity at all.
No,
I mean, they did an outstanding job. Shamokin did.
Shamokin next week goes against Pottsville, so that'll be a telltale sign as to really what's going to happen in this division.
Yeah,
That's
that
right.
should be the turning point there.
As we said, Mount Carmel again goes back to Danville.
The Ironmen.
And we'll go over and play the Ironmen.
I hope they reopen that condemned
They did
part
not.
of the
We were going to be
stadium.
sitting in the condemned part of the stadium.
I still get
But the only
nervous
good
about
news
that.
is the only ones they let up there is us. And the
Hey,
cat.
you think I could look at me and you, though? I'm not sure we're going to
true.
be in a condemned
That's probably-
stadium or not.
Well, that's it from Kent Memorial. Final score, Shamokin area 42, Mount Carmel area 8. I'm Bob Else.
I'm Warren Altamar.
Wayne Brokenshire.
Good night.